Hello. Um, I like to do these little kind of novel-sized picture book type things as well. This is for spring into story time, and this is Danny Brown and the Talking Teeth, and it's written by Brianóg, Brady, Dawson, and it's illustrated by Michael Connor, and it's published by O'Brien Press. Now, O'Brien Press do these wonderful little books for different age groups. Personally, I don't like categorizing age groups, but they do these orange ones called O'Brien Press Solos. These are the pandas. I can't remember what the yellow ones are called. And then there's the red ones, and there's a brilliant one called for older-ish readers and then they do blue for older again. But there's a brilliant one called Wolfgren, which I quite like as well. It's quite funny. But this is a good one, and I'm just going to do a quick read of this. Danny Brown and the Talking Teeth. As I said, published by O'Brien Press, written by Brianóg, Brady, Dawson, and illustrated by Michael Connor. So this, slipping all over the place. So I'll just start off, and we will give this a go. There we go. Danny Brown strikes again. Me? Danny was very excited. Granny was coming to stay. She always came to Danny's house for her birthday. I always have fun when Granny's around. She might have bring me Lego sweets. Hurry up, Granny! Mum got Danny's bedroom ready for her. Danny hid his dirty football under his bed. Then he stood at the window waiting. She's here! Yelled Danny at last. He turned around in a rush and almost flattened his little sister Susie. Out of my way, Susie! Granny's hugs were too tight. Her perfume smelled awful. But Granny said, let's all go to the good time grub tomorrow for my birthday. Yum! Chips, a giant burger, ice cream. Yippee, said Danny. Good time grub was his favourite place to eat. Later that night, Granny gave Danny... I'm going to make lots of mistakes. Granny gave Danny 50 cents. You're such a kind boy to give me your bedroom, she said. Whoa, I'm rich! Danny pushed Susie out of his way. Can I do anything else for you, Granny? He asked sweetly. Get me a glass of water for my teeth, dear, said Granny. Why do Granny's teeth need a drink? Danny was puzzled. But he got the glass for Granny. Then she opened her mouth and took out all her teeth. Wow! What ginormous teeth! Granny left her teeth on the bathroom shelf and went to bed. Danny stared and stared at Granny's teeth. Hello, Danny, they seemed to say in a friendly sort of way. The next morning, Danny was getting ready for school. Granny's teeth were still in the glass. Hi, choppers, Danny said. Mum and Dad were having breakfast in the kitchen. Susie was playing. Granny was snoring loudly. Danny closed the bathroom door. He dipped his fingers into the glass. You will have more fun out of Granny's mouth. He lifted out Granny's teeth. They were wet and slippery. Danny stuck the teeth into his mouth. Yuck, he said. Granny's teeth had a strange taste. Yuck, Granny should clean her teeth. Danny rinsed the teeth under the tap and tried them on again. Well, hello! He made a wicked face at himself in the mirror. Then he had a wonderful idea. I could have fun with Granny's teeth at school, he thought. Granny won't need them until I get home. He dried Granny's teeth on the towel. When you want some fun, Danny's number one. He threw the towel on the bathroom floor and stuffed the teeth deep into his pocket. He ran out of the bathroom, grabbed the school bag. Vroom, vroom! He ran down the stairs. Watch where you're going, said Mum. She was carrying a tray up to Granny. Granny's boiled egg rolled off and hit poor Susie in the head. Danny, shouted Mum. I'm off, said Danny, before she could say another word. There were lots of children in the yard when Danny got to school. Look what I have, said Danny to his friends, Mark and Darren. Dum-de-dum, it's time to have some fun. Mark pushed Granny's teeth into his mouth. He looked very funny. Hello, dear, he said in a strange voice. Then Danny put him on. Roar! He snarled at some of the smaller boys who came to watch. Me next, shouted Darren. Danny threw Granny's teeth to Darren. Darren stuck Granny's teeth out over his bottom lip. Look, it's funny, said Mark. My Granny's teeth are the best. All the boys laughed, and Danny was very pleased that he had Granny's teeth at school. Can I have a go, Danny? Said Connor Daly. No, said Danny. You're not my friend, Connor Daly. Oh no, it's Bully Daly. Just then the school bell rang and all the children went into class. But Danny could not find Granny's teeth anywhere. Where are Granny's teeth? He shouted. Who has them? Quiet, said the teacher. This class is so giddy. Danny was very worried. He had to find Granny's teeth. Then he saw Connor Daly and his friend Tim laughing. Bully Daly and Terrible Tim are up to something. Catch, whispered Connor. He threw Granny's teeth to Tim. They landed on the floor. Bonk. The teacher looked over. What's going on down there? She asked. Quiet, please. Then she turned away. Tim kicked the teeth back. Connor crawled under his desk. He stuck Granny's teeth in his mouth and made a funny face. Tim laughed. Uh-oh, this is bad. But Danny did not laugh. If teacher saw Granny's teeth, he'd be in big trouble. Mark grabbed the teeth from Connor and threw them to Danny. But Danny saw teacher heading back for his desk. Quick as a flash, he threw Granny's teeth back. Oh no, big trouble. I can't let teacher see Granny's teeth. Granny's teeth flew out the window and they landed in a puddle in the schoolyard. All the boys laughed. Teacher was cross. She went to the yard and got the teeth. You're in trouble, Danny Brown, she said. 2 of these teeth are broken. Oh, sometimes Granny doesn't see very well. Danny said nothing. He stuffed the teeth into his pocket. Granny will never notice, he thought. Good time grub is my favourite place. Oh, good time grub, I'll stuff my face. As he walked home from school, Danny thought about good time grub. I think I'll have a giant hamburger, Danny said to himself. Maybe Granny will have one too. But Granny was sitting in the kitchen looking very cross. Her arms were folded in front of her. There was a thin line where her lips should be. That scallywag is at home at last. Danny sneaked up the stairs. He went into the bathroom, dropped Granny's teeth back into the glass. No one will ever know. Yikes! So that's what's happened to Granny's teeth, said a voice behind him. Mum was at the bathroom door. I've something to say to you, Danny, she said crossly. When are we going to the Good Time Grub? Said Danny. Mum lifted Granny's teeth out of the glass. Yikes! Mum's going to try and Granny's teeth. Good Time Grub, said Mum. You can forget about Good Time Grub. Just look at Granny's teeth, they're broken. Granny cannot chew without her teeth. Granny will have to eat mashed potatoes just like Susie, said Mum. And that's what you'll have too. Gooey, yucky, mushy. Danny sat at the table for his dinner. He looked at the mashed potatoes. I hate mashed potatoes, he said. Yucky, yuck, yuck, mashy muck. I'll never do anything like this again, he said. Never, 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 never. But I think he will, don't you? Danny's just that kind of kid. I wonder if Granny's teeth would. And here's some more books as well about Danny Brown. So that's a brilliant book about Danny Brown, the troublemaker. Danny Brown is always in trouble. All that kind of stuff's there. But yeah, Brianóg, Brady, Dawson, illustrated by Michael Connor, published by Brian Press. Great book, and thanks for listening. This one was a long one. Thank you. Bye bye. Spring into story time.